Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Toppers World. This video is about a very important question, that is, if in exam time one is not able to understand the writing task 2, and in such situation what can be done. And the second option is when you don't have any ideas. You understood the task but you don't have ideas. So these two situations, both are critical situations, very difficult situations, but they are different situations. In situation 1, when the wording is not clear, there are some words which are very difficult and you are not able to comprehend or understand those words. And second situation is you have understood this statement, but the problem is that you are not getting the ideas. So what to do in such a situation? So what options are there for you in such a situation? There are basically two options. Two options are with you. First one is don't do anything. Just leave it. But I'm not going to suggest this because this video is not for this purpose. We have to do. And you have to be positive and look for second option, that is, I must do something. I must do something and I will be able to do it. So think positively at time, because this is really very important to stay positive throughout the exam, whether it is reading, listening or writing. And in case of writing, when the task is not understood, when the ideas are not there, at that moment of time you need to be very positive, and you should repeat in your mind 6 7 8 times that I will do and I must do it. Then some positive outcomes will be possible. So now you have made up of your mind that I'm not going to waste my money, my time, and I will do something. So now how can you attempt this task when the task is not understood and when the ideas are not there? Okay, so suppose we are having the first situation when statement is too difficult. We have very difficult words in this statement. For example, I give you one example over here, like euthanasia. Euthanasia, sorry for wrong spellings in case. So euthanasia is a term. Okay, suppose the task is that do you think that euthanasia should be made legal? Do you agree or disagree? Or in some countries euthanasia is legal and people can demand it, whereas in other countries it is illegal or the government is not allowing. So uh, explain your situation. What do you think, it should be legalized or not? So this is a very difficult term, it's a not commonly used word, so it could be a challenge for you. Or sometimes they use certain phrases like bread and butter. Suppose some people go to foreign countries for their bread and butter. Okay, so what are the advantages and disadvantages of this kind of situation? So if you are not clear with this term bread and butter, again there might be some problems for you. Or certain times there are tasks like juvenile delinquency. Juvenile delinquency is on rising. How it is harmful and what are the effects of it and how this problem can be solved. So in three cases there are three difficult terms used in the writing. Suppose if they are used, then what should be done in such cases? This is a big question. Okay, when you do not know the meaning of anything, there are very much chances that you may go to on a wrong track, or you may write something in answer that does not relate to the task. So problem is there, no doubt about the problem is there. Now how to tackle such kind of problem? There is no one to tell you the meaning of these words. Okay, so what do you need to do? You need to think about something like I you have to think that whether the topic is about any social problem, is this any social issue or any economic issue, or any political problem, legal related to law, or any related to age, population, what it could be. You should try to relate with something that you find more suitable over there, because if you do not make any attempt or try, then you will not be able to do anything. So you have to think about, for example, in case of first, euthanasia should be legalized. So this is something related to law. The task is asking you that something should be legalized or not. Something should be legalized. So something should be legalized or not. Okay, then you should think about how the laws are made in a country. If you belonging to any democratic country environment, then you think about how the laws are made and why are they made. They are made for the better administration or better control in the country, to give a lot of facilities to the people. However, you are not having understanding of this word. Okay, so you should start developing your story in a such a way that you should not paraphrase this, try to, because that will be totally wrong. So you should use this word as it is and try to write that why generally law is needed. Okay, so you write about this, why the law in favor of euthanasia is needed. So you can write general things. You need not to write very specific things over there related to euthanasia. Euthanasia means mercy killing. Actual meaning is mercy killing, when a patient is in a very critical situation and the chances of his survival are very less. Then he demands to the doctor that euthanasia should be given to him, or any medicine or injection should be given to him, so that he can die peacefully, easily, because life is more difficult for him as compared to the death. So in such cases, so you can write the general things about why the laws are made, okay, how law can be effective, and in between use this term euthanasia in your sentences. But okay, so I'm not saying that you will be you're getting 7 band or 8 band in such situations. You may be able to get 5 to 6 bands still. Okay, because bands are given for 4 things, like for grammar. Okay, already you know that, for vocabulary, then task completion, and lexical resources. Yeah, I mean to say vocabulary. So it might be possible that we are weak here in task completion, because we do not understand the task completely. But there are 3 other options are there where you can do something. Okay, in such situation, this is the best policy, that you should write journal whatever you know about that particular field. So in case of topic juvenile delinquency, juvenile delinquency. So the statement will be like that: juvenile delinquency is a big problem among the children. Juvenile means children, and delinquency means they are doing some bad activities, illegal activities. Okay, juvenile delinquency or delinquency in children is a big problem. So you will understand that they are talking about any problem related to juveniles or children. So what are the reasons? How can this problem be solved? So then you can, by reading this statement 4 5 times, you will get the ideas. Some ideas, maybe the rough one, you will get. And after that, again, you will plan like writing general problems associated with juveniles or children. Okay. And suggest solution, because I believe that it is always better. It's so better to do something than not. So always think to do something rather than just sitting idle over there. Now the second case is when you're not having any ideas. So how to generate ideas when you don't know, ideas? So in such a situation, the problem is not about the understanding of the task, the problem about ideas. So this is not a big problem. The bigger problem is when we are not able to understand the task. So here what you need to do, paraphrase the statement in introduction, means you change the words of the question sentence and give your opinion, like your agree or your disagree. I know that you are not having any idea, but still you should write something like I am agree with this or I am disagree with this, or you can choose the middle path, that there are certain things I am positive about, whereas there are other things I am negative about it. So what will happen when you write positive and negative both? So in such case, you have double ideas. You can, means you have one side, you need one idea. Okay, positive side one idea you need, and negative side one idea you need. And in this way, still you will be able to attempt the task. Now I tell you one example over here. Suppose this is your task. At present time, artificial intelligence of some technologies is advancing rapidly. Okay, artificial intelligence, artificial means which is not natural. Intelligence means something like brain, intelligence, IQ, especially in the driving sector. Okay, so artificial intelligence of some technologies are advancing rapidly, especially in driving. Driving sector means car driving, bus, truck, etc. Do the advantages of this situation outweigh the disadvantages? Okay, so do the advantages of this situation outweigh the disadvantages? So what we can do in such kind of situation? Okay, so it's talking about that artificial intelligence means robots. If robots will be used in driving the cars or other sort of vehicles, and what will be the situation? uh, do the benefits more than the losses? So in this situation you need to think about both sides, advantages and disadvantages. And how the ideas can be generated? Artificial, something artificial which is not natural. So first thing you should think about this word. When you don't have original thing, when you don't have natural, like natural food, natural uh, environment around you, when things become duplicate or artificial, so what can be the losses are there? It could be dangerous for us. Obviously, if you eat food based in food made in factories or with chemicals, so our natural idea is this is something which is not healthy for us. So disadvantage in case of robots will be used as a drivers. So this is unnatural thing. So it could be risky for the passengers. There could be accidents. Okay, there may be any fault anytime in that robot, so it may cause accident. The robot will not listen to the passengers demands are different. Someone stop here, someone stop there, or passenger may not take trust in such a machine. Humans always love to trust humans. So these kind of things start coming in our mind, and write about that. Instead of sitting idle over there, you should start writing. Then you think about positive side, advantage side. Okay, if the robot is there, suppose if you have a robot in your kitchen cooking food for you, then you can sit free, you can watch TV, you can do other things. So same thing is, if a robot will be used as a driver, so the difficult thing is the human will remain free in such a situation. The human driver, the person we do not need at that time, so that person can work for something else. Okay, and the second way is that if there are some long drives, hard drives where human driver can get tired, so robot will not tire. So this advantage you can mention over there. Robot will not demand salary increment. Robot will not go for strikes. So as a robot, as a driver, there are certain advantages. So you should start first of all think general and then come to the specific. And in this way you will get a lot of ideas. So finally I would like to say that think and think. Keep on thinking till you are getting some ideas out of it, and definitely 100% sure that if you understood the task you can generate the ideas by thinking general ideas and then come to specific one that is related to your task. And in this situation the task can be done. And my dear friends, I just tell you one secret here. One of my student who appeared in IELTS exam and got 6.5 band in writing, and after the exam he came to me and he was very upset because he discussed the task with me, and he said that he did totally wrong. Actually he was not able to make the difference between employee and employer. At that time he got confused, and he understood employer as employee and employee as employer, means owner and servant or worker. So the task definitely, the idea he might wrote or the content he might wrote would be wrong, but I don't know why he got 6.5. It is still a mystery. So you can understand that instead of not writing anything you will get 0 when you don't do anything. If you do something you can get many things. Okay, so one thing again, one more suggestion I would like to do, like always write neat and clean. Beautiful writing, I mean to say, because it is general thinking of the humans that those who write beautifully, they write well, they are intelligent. So examiner also get impressed by these things when he or she check the copies of writing, and when he find that somebody's handwriting is extremely beautiful, so the what they think that this student is intelligent and he will write correctly. And moreover in these days only IDP is conducting the exam. So in such situation there are a large number of students appearing in the exam and they have a lot of work to do. They have to check a lot of copies, and I know that they do not check the copies, the essays very carefully. That is why they give 5 band to good writings and they give 6 band to bad writings. When good writing go for inquiry, revaluation, then they increase the band. So chances are very high that you will be able to get 6 band if you even don't understand the task, or even if you don't have many ideas. Thank you.